Have you ever sat on the edge of your bed in the middle of the night, when the world is silent, and felt a weight so heavy that words simply failed you? You didn't have a prayer. You didn't have a request. All you had were tears. In our society, we are taught that crying is a sign of weakness. We hide our red eyes. We apologize for breaking down. But what if I told you that your tears are not a sign of defeat, but a sacred language? What if I told you that while the world looks away from your weeping, the Creator of the universe leans in? Today, we are uncovering a mystery. A mystery that changes how you view your pain, your past, and your future. We are diving into the sacred mystery and power of tears. Your tears are not wasted. They are being collected. And they are about to become the very water that brings your miracle to life. In ancient Jewish tradition, there was a practice that seems strange to us today. Archaeologists have discovered tiny, ornate bottles in ancient tombs called lacrimatories. When a loved one died, or during times of great distress, people would literally catch their tears in these bottles and place them in the grave to show how much that person was valued. But here is the breathtaking part. The Bible takes this human tradition and reveals a divine reality. In Psalm 56 verse 8, King David cries out, "You keep track of all my sorrows. You have collected all my tears in your bottle." Think about that. God doesn't just see your pain from a distance. He is so close to you that he catches every drop. He has a data center of love in heaven where your tears are stored, not as evidence of your misery, but as a record of your faith, your endurance, and your love. Whether you are weeping alone in the daima, that private, solitary cry where you soak your pillow, or whether you are crying, Becky, a collective lament with others, God is present. He is not moved by your eloquence, he is moved by your brokenness. We often think worship is a song, a shout, or a lifted hand. But some of the most powerful worship in history happened in total silence, punctuated only by the sound of sobbing. In the Gospel of Luke, a woman entered a room where Jesus was eating. She didn't say a word. She simply fell at his feet and began to weep. The religious leaders were embarrassed by her. They saw her as a sinner. But Jesus saw something else. He saw her tears as a cleaning agent. In Hebrew thought, water is for cleansing. Her tears were washing away the dust from his feet, but they were also washing away the shame of her past. Every tear she shed was a signature of her surrender. Have you ever felt that? After a long cry before God, you feel a strange lightness. That's because your tears can do what words cannot. When your words fail, your tears speak. They are a secret language that communicates directly with the heart of God. The shortest verse in the Bible is also one of the deepest. Jesus wept. But the original Greek word used here, dakruo, doesn't just mean he shed a couple of polite tears. It means he burst into raw, uncontrollable emotion. Why would the Son of God, who knew he was about to raise Lazarus from the dead, cry so violently? Because he isn't just a God who fixes our problems, he is a God who enters into our suffering. He was empathizing with the pain of humanity. When you ask, God, why haven't you removed this problem yet, you must realize that even if the problem remains, he is in it with you. He is not watching you drown, he is in the water with you. Your weeping Messiah understands the sting of betrayal, the ache of loss, and the weight of loneliness. There is a spiritual law that most people overlook, the law of the tear-sown seed. Psalm 126 verse 5 tells us, "Those who sow in tears shall reap in joy." Your tears are not just liquid, they are seeds. When you weep over a broken marriage, a lost child, or a dying dream, you are actually watering your future. Look at Hannah. For years, she was barren. She wept so bitterly in the temple that the priest thought she was drunk. But those tears weren't just a sign of frustration, they were releasing a prophecy. Out of those tears, Samuel, the greatest prophet of Israel, was born. Look at David. He spent 16 years running for his life, drenching his couch with tears. If he hadn't wept, he might never have developed the heart that made him a king. Your tears are the release valve for your destiny. History shows us that every great move of God on this planet started with a bottle of tears. John Wesley once spent a night in such agony for the soul of England that he wept for 8 hours straight. That night, the Methodist revival was born, saving millions. Billy Graham, frustrated by the lack of spiritual hunger in his early ministry, went into a 21-day fast, weeping before God for a burden for the lost. After those 21 days of tears, his ministry exploded, filling stadiums across the globe. Revival doesn't come through better preaching or bigger lights. It comes when someone joins their heart with the heartbreak of God. When you start weeping for your city, your family, and your generation, the gates of tears open, and even when the gates of formal prayer seem closed, the gates of tears always remain open. As we close, I want to speak to the person who feels like they've run out of strength. To the one who thinks their tears have been in vain. I declare over you today that your season of weeping is transitioning into a season of reaping. Your enemies think they have defeated you because they saw you cry, but they don't realize they have touched the apple of God's eye. Your tears are about to become a water of revival in your home. Your brokenness is becoming an altar. The very thing that made you cry will be the very thing that makes you testify. Your tears are not wasted. God sees you. He is not moved by your eloquence, He is moved by your brokenness. Or if this message touched your heart, share it with someone who's broken right now. Remind them, their tears aren't wasted. God keeps every single one.